Okay, so Battlefield 6 has a little bit of a problem right now, and this might be actually a big problem in the game. So now that we got over the honeymoon phase, we all have played for countless hours. I mean, I've put in well over 30, 40 hours in the game and since release, which is quite crazy. I want to talk about some things that not only the developers are aware of, but us players, what we're currently having to deal with in the game. And hopefully they roll out a major patch that will help a lot of these problems, help us get our shots registering, and overall just make the experience a lot better. So one thing that I want to dive into that a lot of people have been talking about is bullets not registering, or bloom, or your bullets are just going wherever they want, no matter where you put your reticle. I know you've seen it. I've felt it. I always sat back and wondered, like, what the hell? Is this my loadout? Is this how I built my gun? Does it really have no accuracy at all? Am I that bad at the game? What the hell is going on? And so now, after I dove in and took a look, it looks like Battlefield Comms on Twitter, they actually released a post saying that they are aware of reports of rare cases where bullets may not register damage correctly when hitting enemies. And following our investigation, we found that this was related to certain weapon attachment combinations. A hotfix has been deployed to address known instances. Guys, I understand that. I totally understand that it could be the way the weapon is kitted, or however the case they want to word it. But honestly, I think it's a bigger problem. I think this is a huge bloom issue. I feel like the bullets are just flying all over the place. It doesn't matter where you aim. A lot of the times you can aim and you will get your shots, but as soon as you turn for a second opponent and you start firing, your bullets they're just flying everywhere. They have no accuracy at all, and that's a bloom issue. And we're going to dive into that as well, because the developers, they have announced that as well. There's a major bloom issue going on, and it's a huge bug. It's not as intended. So yeah, it's quite crazy, you guys. Battlefield 6, it's still a really, really fun game. I'm still having a blast. I'm still grinding out my M433 mastery. Of course, that's just one of the many guns, but I'm still having a good time, you guys. Let me know in the comments if you're still enjoying the game, if you are experiencing some of this bloom or these hit registration issues. And while you're down there, make sure you leave a like. I would really appreciate that. And subscribe. We are getting so close to 1,000 subscribers. I know we can get it. So another thing I wanted to talk about, you guys, is a lot of players are upset about the XP farming server browser lobbies that's created. I honestly don't, it doesn't bother me. I don't really care for them. I won't be playing in those lobbies or those XP bot lobbies, but a lot of people are kind of in gripe that they are having to deal with playing or joining in a lobby on the server browser, and all the players are just spawn camping the bots that fall in, and it's just mayhem. It's just absolute mayhem. It ruins the experience. And a lot of players, they may see XP farming, but some of those players actually join those lobbies just to get better at the game. You can always do like training grounds, or you can always go into, you know, the firing range, but a lot of the times you want bots to learn how to play the game. You want to get better at the game. You want to try different weapons against bots. You don't want to go into a public lobby and everyone's just gunning you down and you're just trying to try out your weapon. You're just trying to try out your build. So I could see that being a little bit of a problem. Hopefully the developers dive into that one, because that can be a little bit of an issue. So another thing I was also ran into while I was playing, you guys, is when I'm running engineer and there is a helicopter or even jet, that is, and you have a stinger. So a lot of players have been griping about how the helicopters are just, they're nerfed to the dirt. There's so many different options to take a helicopter out the sky. But guys, I'm not even kidding you. I don't know if it's the timing of the flares on the helicopters or the lock-on timing of the stinger, but it's broken. I mean, there was one player in my game that went like 102 in a helicopter. and to the point where it got monotonous. It was just boring. Like, trying to shoot this guy down was monotonous. And the fact that he can drop to a certain altitude and your locking mechanism just breaks. It just totally doesn't allow you to lock. Even though he's not behind any type of cover, he's not behind a building, he didn't drop down below the mountain, he's just low. It's just, it basically calls it, I don't know, out of bounds. He's just low flying, even over the map, low flying, and you just can't lock on. And so that's a major problem, because you don't want to be absolutely tied to utilizing an RPG when there's stingers in the game. You should be able to use the stinger. If a helicopter shoots off flares, you should freely be able to use a stinger after the flares go off to attack that helicopter. That will be the only way. I mean, there is anti-air vehicles that's available, but in that instance, when I was playing, there was just stingers, and there was multiple players on my team trying to take this helicopter down, and it was impossible. A lot of people are going to say skill issue. A lot of people are going to say get better. I understand. I understand all of that. My biggest problem is that there's some type of problem with the stinger currently. That's my biggest problem. You guys, I'm just saying what I think. I could be wrong. It could be intended. I'm just saying what I think. Now, one other thing that I'm noticing as well in my gameplays is I'm not sure if there's packet loss going on. That can also play a part in why the bullets aren't registering, but I am getting some very strange icons in the top left corner. And I know it's not my internet connection, because guys, I run fiber directly to my house. I have 3 gig up, 3 gig down. I never have a problem in any game I play. Anytime I stream, everything's always good. But for some reason in Battlefield, I'm getting these icons, which is some type of network issue icons. So hopefully they fix that and patch that up and get that working correctly. But the biggest thing, you guys, is definitely going to be the bloom. The bloom needs to be fixed. One thing that I've noticed that you can do, and which the developers have also pronounced, is you need to tap fire your assault rifles. You cannot, if it's anything over 100 meters, you cannot fully auto your assault rifle. It's just not how the game is intended. And I tried it today, and I was just playing, you know, not recording, but just playing, and I noticed a huge difference in tap firing my assault rifle compared to fully auto spraying at an enemy that could be 100 meters away, 100, you know, even 80 meters away. Definitely tap fire. You will have a lot more accuracy. That is not considered bloom. That is how the game is going to be intended. They do not want assault rifles lasering players from across the map, which I can respect that and expect that. I totally can, because I think that it's a really good thing. It shows you that you do need to utilize your weapon the right way. At close range, you can fully auto, you know, the M433 all day long. There are certain builds right now that make that thing hip fire crazy. I know I did a hip fire video before, but I am going to revise it and bring you guys a new hip fire video, because there is some hip fire builds that are absolutely insane. But what I have right now currently is a 3-time scope, and I am tap firing my life away, and I am destroying enemies from all types of ranges. So definitely try that if you are interested, or if you're having some issues with actually landing some of your shots with ARs at range. But that's all I got for you guys today. You guys, make sure you drop a like down below. I would really appreciate it. Hopefully the developers roll out an update really soon about this hit detection, and also this bloom. Bloom can be a little bit too much. In the meantime, in between time, make sure you tap fire. That will help you out a lot. Subscribe if you want to see more. Until next time, I'll see you in the next one.